Hey guys, it's day 15 of the Miracle Morning 30-day challenge and I am 50% there. I'm getting stronger in all areas of the morning routine, and aside from being clearer and more in tune with myself, I am seeing an increase in productivity as well, which feels great. Today on the bike, I pushed myself a little bit harder. I found a new path and it worked really well. So I think that's going to be like my go-to from now on. In terms of reading, I believe we were on law 5, which is the law of motivation. And so the book talked about a guy called Stan, who was like this lovely guy. He always went over and beyond in the stuff that he was doing for people. But actually, deep down, he had this sense of feeling really underappreciated because he was just so loving and he'd do so much for other people. He was actually feeling unloved when people weren't reciprocating in the same way. He was carrying a deep sense of injustice. And as he worked through this with a counselor, which was the author of the book, he found out that actually he wasn't motivated by love, but it was actually fear underneath all that. And this fear was the result of his mum, when he was younger, withholding love from him when she was upset with him. So actually, he was modelled that if he didn't please his mum, that he wouldn't receive love. And on the other side of the coin, in terms of parenting, his dad had a short fuse and he used to shout a lot. And so when he was angry, he'd shout, and this in turn gave Stan a fear of conflict. So now, fast forward to this guy as an adult, he is scared that he'll lose love if he creates a strong boundary, and he has a fear of conflict if he holds that boundary line as well. So this is a classic root of people pleasing and approval seeking, and I wonder if you can relate to this. So instead, Stan needed to learn to love people out of the overflow of his heart and out of freedom, because freely loving someone isn't fear-based and it doesn't look for approval. Freely loving has nothing to prove. So have a little listen to this truth. I like this. We can't make people love us. We just can't do it. It's totally up to them. And if they don't love us, it's totally up to them. Let that sink in. All right, granted, I know sometimes we need to push ourselves out of our comfort zones in order to grow, but we also have to be careful not to love people out of compulsion or do things for people out of compulsion, because it could lead to disappointment and resentment. So I guess the question of the day is, what are your boundaries motivated by? Are they motivated by love, or are they motivated by fear? So have a think about that before swiping to the next video, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. And as always, go in courage.